Oh my God. Okay. Right. What am I doing? Sorry. Because it's one of these days. Okay. Can anybody see me? Hello, Mike. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Hi, Mike. Give us a wave. Anyway, guys, I had slightly difficulty in getting Mike on. Great, thanks. Keep on collecting. Thanks, guys. Let's get this guy on because I just want to have a bit of a conversation with him. So let's without introduction, without you know what I mean.
Hello, everyone.
Oh.
I've got the default green screen to cover up all the TV behind me. How is everybody? Thank you for having me on.
So I do apologize. I should have sent the invite out a couple of days ago.
I'm here. It's all good.
Technical difficulties. Oh my goodness. Fun times. Fun times with Pete's brain. Anyway, thank you for joining me on the P.G.M Show.
On the P.G.M Show, my first time on the P.G.M Show.
Yeah. You're my third guest.
Lucky three. Third time's a charm.
Yes, it is. How are you, Michael? Mike?
I'm
sorry.
good.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
How's everything going in Oz?
Oh, same as. That's surprisingly very cool for November. November's supposed to be hot and sticky. It's like quite brisk and like, where's this chilly air come from? It's snowing down south.
Blame that on the Americans, I suppose. Yeah. We've had some windy weather here. Of course, it's windy Wellington. So what do you expect? It's
windy Wellington.
Yeah, we've had some cold and some. Now I'm giving you the weather report for Wellington. But we've had some cold weather too. So that's coming from your country from America. So yeah.
Awesome.
Anyway, Mike, I did have some listeners, but I'm going to throw those away. Don't need them. Really don't need them.
So when I come on live streams, I don't prep. I don't like give me the questions beforehand so I can answer them like a politician. I like to wing it and just go with the flow, make it natural and all fun.
Yeah, that's what I think I'm going to do is wing it and see where we go from here. Now I did actually want to kind of discuss with you. Did have a question or two that it's I wanted to know, right? But I first started the questions with Michael and Daniel, and I'm going to do the same to you, so we can get started on the conversation. When you were a kid, what did you collect?
The first thing I sort of collected?
Yeah, when you were a kid.
I'd say Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels was the thing. Hot Wheels, and then later on Micro Machines. And then came the action figures.
Right.
And then came the trading cards, and then back to the action figures. Yes. I still collect trading cards as well. I'm sitting literally one right in front of me, a 1933 rugby league card here.
Right.
Yeah, so I still collect cards to this day. It's another supplemental hobby to the action figure collecting. But yeah, I've stopped the car collecting. No more die-cast cars, no Hot Wheels, no Matchbox, none of that anymore. I got plenty of them. Enough to last me a lifetime.
Did you open your figures when you were a kid and play with them?
Yes.
Or were you just...
I didn't. I so wanted. I remember I've told this story a few times on other streams where I got my first figure, which was Han Solo on the Jedi card back, and I remember I must have got it for my birthday or Christmas. I can't remember, but my grandmother gave it to me, and I remember looking at it, and I'm like, "Wow, I got a Star Wars figure! Wow, look at this!" And it's Han Solo looking at it, and my mother said, "Are you going to open it or what?" And just as I'm looking at it, and I thought, "Well, I'll have to because she told me to." And from there on, I opened it the early days, but then once I wanted to collect them properly, I kept them on card so I could remember their names. That was the only reason. I did it with Hot Wheels as well. Keeping the car on the card back, you remember its name. You don't have to think, oh, who's this, who's that, who's that? Yeah. That was the only reason, just to remember who it was. That's the inbox collector in me was all about, I've got to keep the name matched up to the person in the packet?
Because I had a friend like that. I grew up in Nelson, New Zealand, and he used to collect toys as I think when we were in the teens as well. But he used to keep them in mint and box. He never opened anything. Never opened anything.
Minty
Right?
fresh.
But yeah, I couldn't see the fascination of that, because I used to just rip them open and just play with my figures. So what did the fascination become? When did the fascination become of you just being an inbox collector?
Maybe it was when the Star Wars came back again, and you got all those horrible card backs. I don't like the black and the orange ones and the green ones. Power of the Jedi, Power of the Force 2. I wanted to like collect them again, but I just hated the card back, so I didn't really collect too many of them. I picked like one or two up now and then I moved them on and got some more. It just I don't know. That would have been it. But I think the Hot Wheels, when I started collect Hot Wheels properly in like the year 99, 2000, around about that time, it was all strictly keep them on card.
Right.
Don't take any Hot Wheels out of the packet, and that's where that inbox stuff started and continued to this day. Doing it for 22 years, 23 years now.
I mean, I'm gonna, you know where this is gonna head, right? It's gonna head to the question that you keep on saying in your news reports, which I really like, actually, because just before I get to that question, is that your news reports have been really good in a strong way, because
I don't hold nothing back. I tell it like it is.
I'm getting to a point, and this is the question that I want to ask, because you had a little bit of trouble with someone not liking the news, and not to name names, because another YouTube channel came to your rescue. How did you feel? Do you remember that? How did you feel when you were getting
I get
backlash from someone?
I get lots of different kinds of hate, and it comes in like, it'll dissipate for a while. You won't hear nothing about it, and then it all sort of comes back again. I think some of the first sort of stuff was, oh, look how old you are and you're talking about toys, because some of the early people who subscribed to my channel thought I was a lot younger than I actually am. They must have thought I was like, oh, he's in his 20s, and he's like, and then they found out, oh no, he's in his 40s. And so these young kids kind of gave me some grief about it, and I was like, I shrugged it off, and it's all right. I'll carry on, you know. And I look back on those old videos, and I'm like, I was really worried about that, but I have nothing to worry about. Who cares? Who cares? Well, it's my channel. I can say whatever I like on it. The next kind of stuff was, what's the next kind of? I'm trying to think.
I'm thinking of an instance where you were getting backlash because.
Was it the fan mail? It might have been the fan mail. No, I got backlash from the fan mail as well, because I put the fan mail in the background behind my videos, the PO box. And people, how dare you beg for figures? How dare you?
And a good friend of yours as well backed you up. And
was that Sci-Fi in Canberra?
Yeah. And
he's a good bloke, yeah.
And I was sitting there listening to him, and he says, "You're damn right, Sci-Fi. You're freaking damn right. I mean, you can."
He's a good bloke. He's been a supporter of my channel for a long time. We subscribe to each other. Yeah.
This community is so generous. Really is so generous, and that's what I admire, is the generosity. It's not about, getting gifts or anything. It's just the generosity of people.
Yeah.
I mean, even from my perspective, it's generosity, because we don't get the things distributed here.
New Zealand, please give me something.
and then America gets nothing from there. So
hasn't the US market stagnated now? The US used to get everything first, and now it's like they get things last. I mean, that might have something to do with their government, but it's nothing to do with us. And we're like, they're saying things like, oh, we don't see this figure for months and months and months and months. And here's the rest of the world. Here's one for you. Here's one for you. Yeah, very strange.
It's the distribution is a problem for everyone, right?
Oh, yeah.
except for Malaysia market. Malaysia seems to be getting everything first.
Yeah.
So many
Oh,
stuff.
yeah, Hong Kong would be too. Yeah.
Yeah.
The factory's just down the road, and it's just like
it's and then we get the dregs. I'm going, we get it last. Right? I just went into EB Games today, Mike, and I just saw the
credit collection.
No, I just saw Boba Fett's because I got the first one here, but the one that he's repainted his gear. He's on Tatooine.
In the deluxe box, that one.
The deluxe box, yeah.
Oh yes.
And now that's coming to EB Games, and I've never seen that before because we got the first one here, but then you go, hang on, that's new.
It's a good figure, but I wish they didn't put it in those deluxe boxes. I want it on a bubble. Yeah, I opened it up. I don't like to open him up, but I opened him up because I just wanted to see what he looked like. It's a good figure.
Is that the Black Series or are you?
TVC, little TVC one.
TVC, because I collect TVC as well.
Yeah, I do a bit of both.
Don't have it.
Whatever takes my fancy on either Black Series or vintage. I tried it once upon a time. Tried to collect it all, every single thing.
I collect Marvel Legends. I collect a little bit of everything, really. So
Marvel, I've never got into, so I never collected it really.
Yeah.
It's got to be a fan. It's a quiet taste. with a the background is all comic books where it originated from, and then into the film. So from that, look at all the figures. Yeah, plenty.
Well, speak of the thing that I picked up today, ladies and gentlemen. Picked up, if you can see that. Picked up
that guy. I don't know who that is.
It's Jeremy Renner and Hawkeye. So yeah, but I also picked up this lovely lady. See the price, right?
49. Yeah. Oh, 45 in my country. So you're paying $4 more, is it?
Yeah, $4 more.
$4 dues or 4 New Zealand Kiwi dollars.
I had to pick her up because her face sculpt. I'm getting into all these terminologies now. It's really weird.
It's much nicer than the first one. Much nicer than the first one.
Much nicer than the first one. So, but Star Wars will be my love too, because my favorite film is Empire Strikes Back. So it always has been, really.
It's everybody's favorite, I think. I do love Jedi. Jedi is just like, and even the original Star Wars. It's so good.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, everyone's Empire's the action, the storytelling. Yeah, it's masterful in what Star Wars is.
You know that George Lucas didn't like Irvin Kershner's directing of The Empire Strikes Back?
Oh, no, I didn't.
George Lucas got really annoyed with Irvin Kershner because for some reason, he thought the story wasn't going to his liking. So
it's one of the best.
It is,
if not the best.
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's brilliant, and it's the way of its tone. That's what I like about it. So you can't beat it, really. Mind you, I know. What is your favorite anyway? Let's do that question. What is your favorite
for the Star Wars films?
For the Star Wars films.
Oh, it's got to be Jedi. I love Jedi. I think just because that growing up, I love Rambo as well, and that jungle. I just thought the forest, Moon of Endor, and the troops all run around. I thought that aesthetic was very cool. The chicken walkers coming through, and the tree with the smashing of the when the Ewoks attack.
Murder bears, murder bears. Yeah, so,
murder bears.
I'm just quoting somebody else. I think somebody called murder bears. It's probably Salacious Rhyme. Probably.
Oh, there, Tim Hayes, Northern California. That's where they shot it.
Yeah,
those redwood trees. Beautiful.
Have you played the bit of indoor game? Not the indoor game.
Was it a Battlefront, the original Battlefront or Battlefront 2? Yeah, I played a bit of that.
Yeah.
Run around, running up the hill. Yeah, it's just fantastic.
Yeah. I keep on getting killed, so So, I mean, how long? Here's a question for you: how long have you been going? I mean, as your channel, as
my channel.
Yeah.
I think I put my first official YouTube video. When you put videos up when you don't think you're going to be a YouTuber, just putting random. What would you say? home movie sort of stuff. That was pre 2015, but December 2015, I think I had my official hello to camera piece. You know, the sort of very low energy. You know, what I do at camera now is very high energy because I know how to talk to the camera. But in those days, it's sort of like, hey everyone, I got some stuff. Here it is. Here it is. So 2015, I think I just bought a whole bunch of stuff just before the Force Awakens, the first Star Wars movie, dropped again. I'm like, I'm going to get back into collecting this stuff because it's been a long time since we've seen some decent Star Wars stuff. And the 5 POA stuff, I love all those sort of figures. So I put that out on YouTube, and I don't even know how many views it's got, but it's kind of officially my first YouTube video. And then I thought I'll kind of go a bit like I'll do Star Wars stuff, I'll do Funko Pops, and I'll do Hot Wheels.
Right.
And eventually the other two fell by the wayside, and I just sort of stuck with Star Wars. And I knew I wasn't a very good reviewer, so I thought, oh, how am I going to make something of this? So I decided to do news. And I did Funko Pop news at one time, and I thought the Star Wars news as well, but I didn't call it news. The very first time I found something of interest, it was pictures out of Panama of the last Jedi figures that were 5 POA and on the white card backs. They're ugly as sin now. They're decent figures, but they're not like, wow. But to me, they were like, oh, this is so interesting, so cool. And I called the series Leaked because all these pictures were leaked. And I was like, and people don't like that. Leaked. Yeah. I think if you know, in the UK, there's a site called Fantatrax. Those people who run that site, I don't know who they are, but they ragged on me hard for using the word leaked. This isn't leaked. These pictures are stolen. These pictures were released. You can't do that, can't do this, and telling me how to run my channel and run my Instagram. I'm like, what's this? So yeah, Fantatrax, I've just I don't worry about them anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, it's problems because now they're called trolls.
These people are proper YouTubers too. They were proper YouTubers.
Yeah,
I don't subscribe to them, so don't worry. Yeah, there's always someone's got to have a comment out there that's like more frustrating than anything. You can zip by there. No, someone's going to walk past. Doesn't matter.
I'm just checking the chat to say hello to everybody because
you can click on the names and stuff and bring it up on the screen. Have you done? You can click on the comments on the side there.
Yeah.
Pizza newbie at there you go. See Timmy Hayes is on the screen.
So I never knew about P.G.M until UsualMike mentioned he'd be a guest on his show. Well, there you go. Hello.
I gave you that shout out.
Before, yeah. Talking to you before, Tim Hayes. I think you said to me that you couldn't make it because it was 3 a.m. because you were still up. And I said, well, you can catch the replay if you can't. I mean, I'm not. You know, I don't want anybody to lose sleep. So I know how to actually keep awake in my cleaning career of doing a whole shift around the clock. So okay. Well, thank you very much.
My shadow.
My shadow when he's not sniffing glue.
He's kidding. He's a good bloke.
Well, I'm an alcoholic. I used to drink. I did actually smoke some dope, but not that much. It just didn't do it for me. So there you go, White Show.
It's the clean P.G.M show now. It's all clean.
Yes. Okay, I've got something going on here. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, so hello everybody, just catching up a wee bit here. So everybody, if you're in the chat, we're talking to UsualMike, his news show. If you haven't checked it out, which you have, go and subscribe. There we go. There goes a little bit of a tag in the middle of the interview and a good conversation. You know where I got the good conversation is off a movie, Last Samurai. So
The Last Samurai. That was filmed in New Zealand.
It was, yeah, Taranaki.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah, Tom Cruise. And he said to Tom Cruise's character all the time, let's have a good conversation. The Japanese guy. So yeah. And I'd rather have a good conversation and then be an interview. So that's the main thing. gets all confused. So let's go to your hometown. Now, I mean, we all know how you felt because the floods. I mean, my own hometown has just had a flood, right? And they're still cleaning up. How
Nelson.
did you? Yeah, Nelson, New Zealand. So, how did you feel when you were in the midst of it?
I think what most people are worried about is like after you hear there's like a death toll, after the sadness of that goes away, you don't have a town. You don't have supermarkets. You don't have petrol stations. You don't have, the corner store that was totally washed away. Like everything was destroyed. Even where I worked, it was completely wiped out. Like, and everyone had to sort of like pack up and start in another town. It's quite eye-opening to say. We all had everyone pretty much in the town here had to more or less travel half an hour or an hour to another town to do business, which meant going shopping, getting another job for a while, doing the things to fix up the rest of the town. Yeah, it's quite daunting. It's the town's slowly coming back together, but it's nothing like it was.
Your flood was worse probably than ours, but we had a combined slips, and because it's a little bit more hilly and everything.
Ours was massive. It was the water was like 14.5 meters above the river level, but there's parts of town which are a little bit low, so some of the water is 20 meters high. That's 50 feet. It's monumentally high. And where the water came to, where it's like, oh, this is where the edge of the water is, it's 2 miles away from the river, like 2 miles way back, in the middle of a town.
Because where are you? Are you situated in your town, or you're further away from the town?
I'm about 10 minutes out of my town, which is
So,
but you always go into town.
You did a video.
It's got like 45,000 views. It's not monetized, but if you see an ad on it, that's only because the music I used gets monetized because I used not copyright music. I didn't want to use, how would I say it? When I edited that video, I wanted an emotional stir with the music that I used when I edited the video. And so I thought, this music sounds great. I'll use that, because I didn't want to use like, if you've ever heard royalty-free music, can be pretty lame. I wanted some compelling music, and so whoever made that music is getting the money for that video.
Right. Yes, you don't want to use tacky music when you.
I wanted to have an emotional swell, and make it see the gravitas of what's going on, the realness of it. Yeah, I didn't want. Especially what's that monkey music we use for comedy in our videos? The spinning monkeys, I think it's called. Yeah, you couldn't use anything like that. That'd be ridiculous.
You and OK do, I think.
Yes. He said I stole it. I heard it once, and I'm like, I got to use that. But we're good about it. Me and Only One Kenobi, we're good mates. That's the beauty of being a YouTuber. It's like anyone who else makes YouTube content, we're sort of very connected that way. Not just to the community of like the fans as well, who make our show by watching our content and enjoying us. All us in the YouTube sphere who make the videos, we're all sort of good buddies behind the scenes. How you do this and what are you doing now? But what are you trying differently in the videos? Yeah, so everyone's got ideas and things like that.
Shout out to Orlando. Shout out to Orlando. He goes everywhere. I don't think he sleeps.
Yeah. He loves a good live stream, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. But he's brilliant because he gives support to everybody.
He sure does.
Even my small little channel will give support. And I like, and Lack, thank you very much, guys. And everybody in the chat also joining us. That's my radio announcing voice. Thank you for joining us. Now a jingle from Mike. No, just kidding.
I can't play music to save my life.
But that's all right. I'm just
when I was at school and they had like the band, this class would do a band, they give me the triangle and I still couldn't operate it properly.
No, I used to be a drummer.
Oh, there you go.
And I was crap at it. I was, well, I can remember having one of those drums on my hip.
Oh, is it like a bongo drum?
No.
So you do it with your hands.
No, those military drums, snare military drums, heavy bass. heavy and with a strap.
How about that?
And I'm such a small guy. And at school, I was going like this.
Pete's falling over again.
Look at that wee small guy with a big drum on his hip. Yeah. So yeah. So I was a crap drummer. So there we go. But collecting toys, right? You've expanded, and I cannot wait when you do the news on Indiana Jones.
Oh yeah, that's been slow trying to get some news out of Indiana Jones. Yeah. So all we got is the rumors that I've dropped in my last video, which is like there's going to be 25 figures and some are going to be revealed before the end of the year. That's it so far. I'd love to see some leaks, you know, the photos that are like, you know, just hitting shelves in Hong Kong, or, you know, some images on the internet that someone's found. Yeah, that'd be good.
It was a wee bit stink just getting to know that you only get 2 figures and not the rest. So I'm with everybody there. So they should have put the whole wave out instead of just
there's 5 all up, but yeah, only 2 available for pre-order, and then one retro, which I hope they do more than bloody one retro.
Yeah, I'm hoping they do some TVC like
a super articulated. That would be good. Yeah, I know the fans would be all over that. They're like, they don't want necessarily the retro ones. I do, because I never had any retro ones. I love that style. I love that aesthetic. Yeah, but they should do something with TVC sort of line as well.
Yeah, well, with the TVC line for Star Wars, I think it's no brainer really to them. But who knows with Hasbro? I can't really bag them because I don't really know them that well, and I'm only a new collector.
Yeah.
So
with your brand new channel, you're going good. I mean, like, don't be dismayed by having small numbers. Like, you'll get to a point and you just be like, overnight, you'll be like, wow, how did I get 100 subscribers? How did I get 1,000 subscribers? You know, if you put the content out there and then you're engaging enough, the fans will come. They'll come and see you.
Well, I enjoy this. I enjoy just talking to you or other toy collectors.
Long distance phone call. So feels like it, doesn't it? Yeah.
I mean, I like having a laugh. Right? I like just meeting people. That's who I am as a person. This is getting really deep, Pete. But this is about you, not about me. What are you saying? But yeah, it's. I think it's the community. The community's great.
Yeah.
In some retrospect, in some communities, it's really hard to actually be in a community. But other communities, it's either you come together, or, you know, as one. If you know what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, as a toy community, we're all together. Yeah, we don't have nothing to do with the food community or the gardening community. They're just a separate entity altogether. This is all of us, all the toys. Oh yeah, we bicker and fight and argue over what's good and what's not, but that's just life. That's how it is. But all together, we're fine.
But yeah, I'm just sorry, Mike. I'm just searching for a question now. Like I did with Michael and. So with your saying that you had problems with people because they didn't like you, you had problems because you had, and everybody does now, with the questions thrown at you or the slights thrown at you or anyone saying that, oh, you shouldn't be collecting because you're an adult.
Yeah.
But really now, to actually get a question in here, it's a moot point, really, isn't it now?
It is, because what we collect costs a lot of money, so it's quite valuable. So it's nothing to be sneezed at. Yeah. So when like a 15-year-old are watching, and they go, "Oh, you've got like a set of, I don't know, the carbonized figures that I've got. There's some nice carbonized figures. You know, there's a couple $100 there. There's nothing to be sneezed at. Like, there's probably more, but I don't see it as a monetary value. But when you're 15 and you go, oh, this guy's got all these toys. Look how much that's worth. Yeah. It becomes a kind of a flex. If you can say that. The young people see it and they'll be like, they appreciate it more. Yeah. And so you won't get.
So it's an adult thing now. I mean, I don't think kids, and this is probably a discussion and of immense going around the circle here, right? I think I've heard it before that it's people now, guys our age or gals our age are collecting more than kids are because kids are more interested in something else.
They're playing video games. That's why.
Yeah. So the adults are collecting more. Yes, it does cost money, but I think is it to the fact that we like this stuff because it's getting better.
Yeah, and we saw it as kids, so the nostalgia's there. And now it's just a 21st century version of the nostalgia we had in the 20th century. Yeah. And so I guess because our dads, if some of your dads did, they played with model trains, and they were doing that as kids in like the 40s and 50s, and even into their, the 1980s, they were still playing with the trains because it's like, oh, they're getting better and better, and they got different scales and they're nicer sets and all that. Yeah. So they did it as children, and then they brought it to adult life, and they still do it to this day.
It's funny that it goes from swings and roundabouts, if I can probably phrase it that way, isn't it? So we play with them as kids. We grow up, and sometimes we neglect the toys,
and then we come back to an appreciation for them later on
because it's the nostalgia.
Yeah.
So it's full circle. It's like the circle of life. I won't sing, everybody. Hi, Linda. Hey, Linda. Hey, everyone.
Linda's here.
Linda's here. Thank you for
joining.
How
you doing?
So,
Keep on Collecting's here.
Yeah. Hi, Keep on Collecting.
Luke's here.
Reynolds Reviews is here. Thank you very much, Reynolds.
Yeah. I saw him on VTR. I saw him on Vintage Toy Rush. That was great.
Yes. Yeah, I love the chat as well with
I should have got early that morning. I got up and I looked at the stream of those two. They talked for like 2 hours, and it said finished 5 minutes ago. And I'm like, oh, I could have watched it live, and then I had to watch the replay all through. It's still great. Watching all those that had the bike races, the 84 names in there to run on the screen. Oh, that's fantastic.
And seeing Luke not be in the race and he trying to look for himself.
Yes.
It's one of these. It's one of these hobbies that's really expensive, but we love it. It's one of these hobbies that it's nostalgic, and we love it. We grew up with it. But the question in my mind sometimes is why?
Why do we do it? I guess we can't stop doing it. I know we can always slow down as collectors, no matter if you're collecting bloody stamps or whatever. You can always slow down a bit, but there's always that, there's something new coming and I have to have it.
Yeah.
And you always get something that you've had for years, and I know I'll sell that off or give it as a gift or something. But you'll always get to the next thing and the next thing and next thing. Yeah. And some people can go through a period of like all the stuff that's coming out they love, and then bang, 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 I've got to get it all. And there's might be like, I'll just go one thing. I might get that. Yeah. Because I think I talked about in my recent video about the Bastilla Shan and Darth Malak. Like, I have no connection to any of those characters. They look great. They look fantastic. And I'm probably not going to get them, but yeah. I can wait till the next one comes along. That can be for someone right now. They'll be like, oh, you beauty.
Are you talking about the new reveals, the new comic book reveals?
Yeah, like for me, I can talk about them and show that they're half decent looking figures, but I have no connection to the character, so I probably won't pick them up. But I'll still talk about them and show them off. And
you see, I probably will pick them up because I like Dr. Aphra's look, and I like Jada
with the jacket. Yeah. The jacket on her.
Jada is a part of. Should have been.
Oh, is that Mara J? Yeah, with the red hair lady.
Luke's wife really should have actually come into law. Sorry,
I'm just gonna move that. There we go. I got a cable dangling down, annoying me. It's the headphones. I need some wireless ones. Yeah, these are pretty good. These are brand new.
Do they light up?
No, not that. No, I've got the box under here. Let me have a look. The Rig 500 Pro. Ooh, lovely.
Right.
It works on PC, so that does mean we're on PC.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I just like. They're gonna be really expensive over here, though. Really expensive, and I'm always looking at the money.
So I think 55. It'd be about $65 for you. $60 each. The books that open up and there's cardboard inside. It's a very weird thing.
And you have a major problem with that.
Oh, what a waste of cardboard! What a bloody waste of cardboard! They could have left them like how they did Indiana Jones, just the round box, and you just open at the bottom or the top. Yeah, none of this flap on it, and it's like, oh, inside is more cardboard. Huh? Why? Put a bloody window in there. I want to see the figure so I can leave it in the box.
Yeah, I don't know why they actually didn't even consider doing the Transformer box
with the open one. They're worried about reaching in the shops and popping the heads off. That's all they're worried. I'd taking a gun out or something like that.
Yeah.
That's mostly what they're worried about there. But you see in the G.I. Joe community, there's the big wide boxes like this. People have actually, with all cardboard on the front, and they've cut the front out and put a window in it, just designed a whole new box, like a custom box. So that'll be a thing soon. So once they go to all cardboard, there'll be customizers now doing windows. Can you put a window in for me? I want to buy a window box. There's a market for it now. Yeah, amazing.
Yeah. It is a problem. It is a problem with people stealing action figures out of it, replacing them with other figures. Which
I also feel bad for the people who make the protective cases, because the protective cases, you've got the window and you put the figure inside it, and especially if it's the Black Series, now it's a cardboard box that you're going to put in a protective case, and it's like,
Are you going to stop collecting
Black Series? I said I was. Yeah, I haven't bought one yet. I've seen a few of them. I saw Ned B today, and who else did I see? I saw KX Security Droid. I saw him on the shelf, and I've seen the Halloween ones as well. They're in the cardboard box. Haven't picked one up yet. Haven't been tempted. In my hand. And I picked up the Dark Trooper in the TVC. I've had a look at that box.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, that's $60 in this country. So the price turned me off before the cardboard box did.
So are you going to initially go to TVC and retro?
Yes, definitely retro. Anything retro, I'll buy.
Yeah.
Because they're keeping the bubbles. So, yeah, definitely.
I mean, I looked at the new TVC Return of the Jedi.
Oh, the neck. Is that the 6-inch cards? You're talking about 6-inch ones?
TVC or the skip guard Return of the Jedi.
Oh, yes. Sorry, I jumped ahead.
That's right. Lost you there.
It's Woof, Yakface, Woof, Nikto, and who's the other Joker? Who's the other guy? I've lost. Hang on, I got my cheat sheet here. It'll tell me. What's his name? Now, this little book here, notes, journal. Yeah, this is where all my videos are written down. Right. Kithafa, Nikto, Woof. There you go. And Yakface. There's your Return of the Jedi TVC impending wave.
Yeah, I mean, even I will pick those up. I will pick those up.
Good looking, yes. Classic Return of the Jedi stuff. I've had this is like my 5th book, I think. Yeah, over the years, filling out. One page usually does an episode, or a page and a half does a very long episode. Yeah.
What I like about watching your shows and even listening to your shows, right, is that it's a learning experience for me, wholeheartedly. I mean, I don't really know, what I'm, sometimes going on about, even with the Black Series review that I've had. So it's fun to actually have a learning experience. Even
when I'm talking about like the murals or the waves of figures, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, the waves of the figures and like the retro stuff that I don't really know about because it's really not my lingo. If you get what I mean.
I know what you mean, because I've had people who know me locally say, "Oh, you got a YouTube channel? I'll watch it." And then the next day they come up to me, look at me like this. "What's a Black Series?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm talking a language they don't even understand. They don't collect toys, so they see me, rip out retro TVC Black Series. That language, if you're not in the community, you have no idea what I'm talking about." Yeah, I know what you mean. It's educated everybody for just getting all the words out there that we use. We use a lot of, articulation and.
I mean, I'm going to. I mean, I sub to VTR. His
restorations. He does a great channel, isn't it?
Yeah, it does. I've seen his computer restorations, or game restorations and stuff like that. So it's an education for me. I mean, even Shabby Geek, or it's a good learning experience. Even when they're talking or bantering, it's a good learning experience. So
him and his Motus, he's a good collection of Motu. He is the Motu Origins, brilliant. Oh, Shabby! Shout out to Shabby! Shout out to Dave at VTR.
Yeah. Yes, me too. Me too. What am I saying? Oh, it's late at night, Dave. So I'm going Luffy. So I'm just catching up some chat. Everybody's chatting away. I swear I'm not ignoring you guys. But I've got Mike here. So Shabby Geek. Right.
He's a funny guy.
Yeah, it's a funny guy. Well, they're all funny guys. So
it was saying we're buffering. Are we struggling? Are we?
Are we struggling? Doesn't look like it. So
no. I just checked the stream. That's okay.
Yeah.
All
so
good.
No. I was just checking the chat to see everybody's having a good.
There you go.
Matter. So yeah, is your channel going to evolve, or just stay with those three?
That's a good question. That's a good question, because I thought once I heard about this Hasbro going to the plastic-free packaging, I thought, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I had a rant about it, and 13,000 people watched that video, and I was really angry that I thought they were going to get they were intentionally going to make everything a cardboard box, including TVC. And I thought, how could you change something that's been the same for 40-something years? Just change it. They didn't go that way with TVC, but they did with the Black Series. And in my mind, I'm like, do I still want to talk about this if I'm not going to collect a cardboard box anymore? Do I still want to talk about it? I will. But if something different happens in the world, like, we've got Indiana Jones coming up, I can just add that as supplemental content. Like over the years, I've dropped Funko Pops. I don't even talk about Funko Pops anymore. I don't even talk about Hot Wheels on my channel anymore. So my channel can evolve in that way. You'll lose subscribers because people will subscribe for, I just want to watch the Funko Pop stuff. And then you don't do it, those people leave. They go and find a Funko Pop channel. But if you're here for Star Wars, I'm catering to that audience.
But you're still talking about Star Wars, but you're on TVC and retro. So that
I'll
really
still talk about Black Series, but
but you won't. But you won't buy them. But you won't buy them. But you still talk about them.
I haven't yet, Pete. I haven't yet. they'll suck me in. I know they will. Bastards.
I mean, it's like me. I mean, I put down. I know you don't click them, but I do. I just put down. I'm not doing this anymore. EB Games. You put down money, it's lay-by because stuff like that. So anyway, I put down money on Marvel Legend without a cardboard box because
yes.
But so that's my kind of foray into it. But I see what you mean. And it's I know I'm repeating myself, and it's a conversation that we just had, but it's the losing the plastic, replacing it with cardboard, and that picture that really sometimes they get it wrong. Because it's either pinless or pin, right?
Or what about Ahsoka's cloak? It's on the box. I think it's grey and it's brown, or it's brown and the cloak is grey. It's completely different color.
So Cassian Andor's boots are wrong. right?
On the new figure, the
On the new
TVC
figure.
one.
Did you say? I think you said that. Yeah, you said that. Yeah.
They're off the Tank Trooper or something. Yeah, he's
Um,
perfect. He's perfect from the waist up.
but I mean, is that going to be a problem for G.I. Joe for you? Because they're basically all doing the same. I mean, even Indiana Jones will be cardboard box.
Yeah,
Not,
the G.I. Joe stuff I've slowed down a bit on it, only because there's a couple of channels out there who are I think do better news on G.I. Joe than I do, and there was that troublesome YouTuber who called me out as a copycat channel to him. And I don't want nothing to do with him. And I made a video on him. I didn't say his name, but yeah, I put his logo on the screen and his stupid face. And I just that was my jab back at him. Like, YouTubers do that to each other. If someone slaps you, what do? You slap them back. And that's what I did. And I had my say and moved on. Everyone might have left me and said, oh, Mike as a G.I. Joe YouTuber, he's terrible, so I'll leave the channel. But my Star Wars fans will stay there.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's good that you slapped him and said, "Look, not physically, people, not physically. He didn't go around."
No, just verbally. Yeah.
So it brings up another question for me too. Actually, do you have to, with a channel, do you have to grow a thick skin?
Yes, very. Yeah. So, some of the comments that you can get out of the blue sometimes from some random who just writes on a message down there, I can find them absolutely hilarious. Just like you'd be offended by, like I revealed some figures like on a video. Oh, this is what Hasbro is bringing out. They're out next year. Leave a comment down below. And this smartass says, I've got all those figures just in the comment. So I wrote underneath, good, send me one, mate. Hook them made up, just that sort of, just funny comebacks. If they're going to be smart, I'll be smart back because it's funny that way. I don't worry about what they sort of say in regards to it's not going to hurt me too much.
I mean, because that's the thing I have to get back because I had a thick skin once being an extra actor. So because you got to in that kind of industry, even with an extra acting gig, right? So I've got to find a way. Is it a balance? Is it a balance?
Who could pick on you, Pete? You're a lovely bloke.
Yeah, no. Pick on my long hair and big nose and whiskers.
You're in bloody Lord of the Rings, for Christ's sake. You're in one of the best movies of all time.
You
weren't in some terrible B-grade movie. You were in one of the classics. Like
I wasn't in Debbie Does Dallas Lord of the Rings thing. Yeah, I wasn't in that. So come on, New Zealand Debbie Does Dallas.
I've got to come back to New Zealand one day. Definitely got to come back. Yeah, do. I was there. Yeah. I was there in 2005. I was there.
Yeah.
Landed at 6 o'clock in the morning. I'll tell you, it's hair raising because Christchurch was covered in fog, and the plane comes down to land, and it was just about to land, and they do back up in the air again because they couldn't see the runway.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. I tell you that puts the fear of God in you. I tell you, it's like, oh, here we go. So they did another lap around, waited for it to clear a bit, and then they come down the opposite direction or something there.
Right. Luckily, they didn't revert you back to another
Auckland. They were going to go to Auckland, yeah.
So
I was like, what? It just took 3 hours to fly here, and you're going to fly another 2 hours north.
Try landing in Wellington, mate. It's bloody
windy Wellington. They come in sideways, don't they?
I've been in a plane when they came in sideways, and it freaks the crap out of you. So it really does, even for a Kiwi. I'm not a great flyer. I'm like this.
Holding on to that.
Yeah.
Hands up.
Safest way to my ass. So it's true. Like, get a boat bus or something like that. Ferry me. Yeah, anyway, we have got a ferry, so that'll be null and void. Don't get a boat bus, go on a ferry. So
North Island and South Island.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm a South Island originally, but I've lived here
There you're in
now.
North Islander.
Yeah, now shows too, really. So yeah, is it a balance though? Is it a balance of having a thick skin and being nice?
Yeah.
That's a horrible question. It's a horrible question. Throw over to the chat.
Yeah, that you'll definitely get a thick skin the more you do YouTube. You'll get the hate and the weird comments and the people abusing you. After a while, in one way, I find it funny now. It's like I can screenshot some of it and send it in the private chat to my friends and look at this clown. they're always funny. But other times, like if it's a real daft thing, you just straight away just go delete. So what do you want that guy there for?
Yeah. I mean, and social media's even in YouTube, it's gotten bigger, isn't it? I mean, with all the channels now, it's gotten huge.
Yeah, everything you do on YouTube, you sort of tie into your social media. I always show, like, if I do the thumbnail for my video on YouTube, it always goes up on Twitter and Instagram as well.
Right.
And because of the algorithm, some people don't see that bloody Instagram post for 2 days, and then they're like, "Oh, Mike's put a video up. Yeah, 2 days ago. Thanks, Instagram." Let's smash that notification bell.
Yeah, I say that now. It's getting a little bit of a rhythm into it.
Yes.
So,
yeah, and also YouTube like consistency is like whenever you put your videos up, they kind of like doing it. If you do it at the same time, roughly the same time, every time you put a video up, that gets consistency and flow.
Right.
So you put a video up and it's good.
Yeah.
2 days time, you put a video up and it's the same time, they'll try and move it the same way. If you put one out of the ordinary, one down here, it's at 5 a.m. in the morning or something, it won't get as much traction as this one that goes really good previous days, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Because I mean, I'm editing. I film. Well, I prepare, right? And then I chuck all my notes out the window. Do it off the cuff because I can't read my own writing half the time because I think I'm a bit dyslexic, and that's okay. If everybody's dyslexic, that's okay. It's
do it in note form. That's all you need to do.
I have, but it's still hard. I miss words out. It's even in the chat. I'm missing words out. It looks strange. It really looks strange. That's why they bypass my comments because I've missed that word out.
So if you do like a review, like you've done your Andor reviews, do you just press record and do the whole way? Do you cut and edit it?
What I do how I do it is I watch the show again. Right.
2 viewings of the show.
Right. And then I do actually sometimes make notes. Right. But then when because I usually do voiceovers at the moment. I don't the camera. Right. When I do piece the camera, it's a little bit more lively now than I once did it. And then I do it my take on it. So my take's usually regurgitated from not other people's. I don't take from other people's. It's just that it's my take. It's my evaluation on the review.
Yeah.
So
Pete's look at it. Yeah.
Yeah, my look at it.
Look.
And sometimes I might slip in a point or two here and there.
Yeah.
You know, it's like when Andor playing his escape. You know, he's got to get rubber boots, right? And then I get a great comment from Sai going, "Yeah, it's great, rubber boots, Pete. Cheers!" And that's brilliant. I love that. So, you know, I mean, it's like that. I love doing just little points in there, but I do actually repeat myself like a parrot. It's a bit of a problem.
That's all right. You'll get better at it over time because you'll do it so consistent. Next season, you'll be like smashing them out because you know how that formula works.
Yeah. So I do movies and TV as well. So I've done a whole big look on She-Hulk.
I don't know why you Marvel. Oh, you Marvel. Oh, I never understood Marvel. I still don't understand Marvel.
Yeah, I didn't understand She-Hulk either because it just went down. So I like doing Star Wars, but I like doing other shows as well, and classic films like Tim Burton's. I'm going through the catalogue of Tim Burton's films.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, Nightmare Before Christmas, Batman and Batman Returns. I've done. So just recently, people seem to like that. Getting a little bit of reviews on that was good. So,
Awesome.
and then action figure reviews, because they all link up. Even cartoons with, with the retro stuff that Shabby or anyone else collects, right? It all reverts. Most of it reverts around cartoons from the 60s, 70s, and 80s and 90s, and today, with movies as well. So Star Wars action figures, right? Even with Mask action figures, they had some semblance. Somebody will probably correct me. Maybe Reynolds reviews will give me.
He loves his mask.
They have cartoons, or was that as well? So nostalgia that comes into it as well. So it all links. I think it all links anyway. So.
It sure does. It's all pop culture. It's all pop culture.
And I love that. I love talking about that and trying to get my head around it. And that and giving it, and hopefully giving a good review on it. Sometimes it goes well, and sometimes it doesn't.
Don't worry, a negative review can also rate really highly.
Yeah.
If you ever watch a YouTube channel called The Critical Drinker, now he reviews the shit out of things, and he's harsh. He's very harsh, but fair.
I mean, I'm sub to retro blasting, and he can be really harsh on stuff.
Oh, Michael. I've been on Michael's channel a couple of times now. He doesn't hold back, and I appreciate that in him. He's really honest about the way he talks about some things. It's just his straight up. This is how he feels about it, and it's great. That's why he has 90,000, 100,000 subscribers. Yeah, 100,000. Yeah, he's over the 100,000. That's right.
He's got a he's got a plaque now, isn't he? So YouTube.
He sure does. Yeah, I saw the picture of it with his cat on it. Good on you, Michael. I don't have a cat. That's not a teddy bear on mine.
When I'm touring from here, my UK and USA tour, right? I love to get Michael on this show. So
you're going on holidays, are you?
Yeah, I'm gonna. From here, from my seat, right? So not physically.
You want to put him in this screen here where I am.
Yeah. So you've heard it here first, people. On this interview from Mike, I'll be touring from my seat, doing interviews with toy collectors from the UK, USA, and wherever. So Australia as well. So yeah.
Thanks, Pete.
I haven't finished with Australia yet, so there we go. All New Zealand. I'm going to cover them. So, but you heard it here first anyway, because I love doing this. I really love talking to people, meeting new people, because that's who I am. So that should be my new catchphrase.
P.G.M Show. That's who I am.
Yeah. Love me or hate me. Who cares? Okay. But let's check the chat, shall we? Check the chat. So, okay. What?
You look like a young Ringo Starr.
Well, thank you very much. No, it's Paul McCartney.
No, Ringo talk like that. Ringo.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Tim Hayes. Go and do some drumming. There we go. That's
really funny because I put in my video. I said that Cassian Andor kind of looks like a young Paul McCartney with a mustache. In my video, it's full circle. It's like Beatles. The Beatles.
Yeah. Talks like this, doesn't he, Mr. Paul McCartney? So, it does actually look like Paul McCartney, doesn't he? That face sculpt.
With a little mustache.
Nice. Good picture. Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Heart Band. That's where it came from. So, no, it's it's very odd because I thought they got Cassian Andor's face better than that. So,
can you see? Keep on collecting. He's talking about the critical drinker. I was talking about him.
All right.
His sign off. The critical drinker, when he's finished the video, instead of saying like, share, and subscribe, he just goes, "Now go away now." That's his sign off. Don't know why he says that. It's just like it's the coolest thing ever. Now go away now. Yeah, he's a massive channel, that guy.
Thanks. Thanks,
Peter's
White
best
Shadow.
hair on YouTube, just saying.
Yeah. Thanks, mate. Yeah. I always love my hair long since I was a
Jerry.
kid. So
I usually have this coming down in my videos. When my hair grows long, I get this Jerry curl down the front.
I started drinking when I was 17, and I still have my hair long. I hate cutting it for new jobs, but even when I was an extra, and I'm hopefully getting back into it, for roles, right, or for characters, if they want your hair cut, you get it cut. There's no question. But I really hate my hair really short, so it's,
Well, that's the thing. If they need someone with long hair, you're right to go. If they need someone with short hair, they just tie your hair back and put a little cap on you.
Funny you should say that. Funny you should say that. I was in Mortal Engines, a scene in Mortal Engines.
Mortal Engines.
Mortal Engines was it was a book, but made into a film. It didn't do too well, but I had long hair, very long hair. What is it again? Oops, sorry. What's it again? Okay. I had long hair, down to here.
Oh.
But that was all right because I was playing a prisoner, a convict, right? So I was in bars. I wasn't in bars. What is that?
Not that kind of bar.
I was in bars. I was a prisoner. So that was fun. That was really fun. Plus, I did a double thing. I was a slave trader and a slave. So it's not really. It's not a very good film. It had Hugo Weaving in it, one of your fellow. Cool. So
it was in The Matrix.
Yeah, Matrix and Lord
of the Rings.
Yeah. What did you think? Did you catch?
He was also Bad Boy Bubby. For those of you who have ever watched that movie, oh my god!
Daniel actually said Bad Boy Bubby in there. So yeah, I'm not going to watch that.
Oh mate, it's amazing.
I like Hugo Weaving. He was one of my friends in the Mortal Engines. She was
Mortal Engines. I think the wife would have seen that. If it's from a book, the wife would have seen that.
Yeah. But Hugo Weaving was a really nice guy. Really, really nice guy. Apparently.
I'll have to meet him someday.
Down to earth. He's not one of these actors who are, get away from me, kind of thing. So.
If he goes to Supernova, I'll probably run into him. I like one of those. Right. Yeah, they're not quite back to what they were once upon a time. Supernova is our Comic-Con, Australia's version of Comic-Con.
Right. Yeah. Right. Okay.
So whenever you hear Aussies say Supernova, we're just talking about a Comic-Con. Instead of like a San Diego one or a New York one, our Supernova is in all the capital cities. So yeah, they got celebrities who turn up. I'm looking at the wall at the pictures of people I've met over the years.
Because we have Armageddon here.
Armageddon.
Yeah. So New Zealand Armageddon. So it's like all comic books and actors.
Celebrities go over and you pay money, get photo taken, that sort of thing.
And through the roof as well. Like anything. $90, $100 to an autograph.
Stan Lee came to Australia and we saw him. $200 for a photo.
Yeah.
$200 for a photo of Stan Lee.
Yeah.
Yeah. He only passed away literally months after that. I saw him. Yeah.
Shame that though. But a legend gone, but $200 for an autograph. I don't think I could. I don't think I could do that. Right. So I've signed autographs when I was on the red carpet for Lord of the Rings.
Oh,
really? So,
straight over the top of Sean Astin's.
No, I wish, but I was on the red carpet because it was Lord of the Rings: Return of the King red carpet in Wellington, right? And
so you got like Vito Morrison, you got Elijah Wood,
and everybody was there. right? But we got invited to actually walk as hobbits, as extras, as hobbits on the red carpet itself.
Oh, that's
And
awesome.
all these thousands and thousands of people came to New Zealand for the red carpet right. I got interviewed by some reporter, a New Zealand reporter. I don't know what it was. And then when we were in this bar waiting, because we had to wait before we went out, right, or came back out, all these tourists came up to us and started asking all of us for autographs. And we were going, what? Us? We're just hobbits. We're just extras. But we obliged, right?
Yeah.
And I got writer's cramp after, thousands and thousands of,
Well, just think in years to come, you're going to be as famous as in the Wizard of Oz when she lands in what's that little land with all the munchkins. Same thing. All the extras, they're famous.
I'll be famous as one of those flying monkeys. They've all got hairy feet, so it's so
flying monkeys.
So one of them died apparently.
So look who's here. Rolando's here. We were talking about him earlier. Welcome.
Yes.
He's saying all that over in the chat.
What do you got to say? That's a long thing to read. So focus on stream. So I'm just reading this to myself. So long thing to read. White Shadow, I got dyslexia. So yes, I agree. There we go. So
wow. 6-hour live streams. Well done. Treasures for Triggers here too. Hey.
Hello. Oh, Blue Harvest Toys are in. Hello, Blue Harvest Toys. How are you going? How's it going? Oh my goodness.
Hello there.
Welcome. All right, everybody. Tim's still with us. Tim Hay is still with us. White Shadow's still with us. Thank you for joining, of course. We're talking to Mike, UsualMike. Everybody knows UsualMike. He's had the news going for years. Now there's a question. I want to. You slowed down a lot, didn't you?
Yes. Because when the floods happened and took pretty much my work away, I had plenty of time to do whatever. There was lockdown. And then there was like, I'll go back to work, and I was like, I can manage YouTube and that. And then the flood wiped out the business where I work. So I was like, oh, you got more time again. You're back to making more videos. And I sort of said to myself, there was a point where they're like, oh, I'm sorry, some people left at work. You're back there nearly full time, and you barely have time to scratch yourself. So I said in a video, I've only got a chance to do 1 or 2 videos a week. I think this week I got 3 out, and I'm like, oh, killing it. Yeah, I was putting out 4 to 5 videos a week at one stage, and heavily edited. Always proper production written down, all that sort of thing. Yeah, so I was trying to go full throttle.
Because I thought it was because you were slowing down because the other people in the States were getting the news first.
Oh, there's a couple of them who do news exactly like me. It's almost exactly like me.
And you were slowing down because
if they can
keep up with because they got it first. That's what.
In some ways, yes and no. It's like I like to do Black Series and Vintage Collection news, but there's channels that just do Vintage Collection. There's channels that just do Black Series, but there's a few out there who copy exactly what I do. So they've just seen my formula and go, he gets views, I might do that too. And so if they get their video up before me and I look and I go, oh, they got 1,000 views on their video and I'm going to be 10 hours behind them, do I need to do that video? Or I can, if I'm working that day, do I need to bust the gut to try and replicate what they've just done and try and regurgitate exactly the same thing again? I would rather wait an extra day again, see if there's any more news to put on top of it and make my video more interesting and more dynamic and, sometimes put together those murals that I've got time to do. That doesn't make themselves. When I'm putting those murals together, I show the picture where there's like 9 things, all the pictures all lined up with the Black Series boxes, the sides. If I do that and I can put it in a video, I'm always happy because I feel like I've contributed something to my video to make it more interesting than someone else.
And that takes time, right? It really takes time.
Oh yeah, sometimes a video can take up to 8 hours to do if I'm like properly scripting and filming and editing. Yeah,
yeah. Just got a new subscriber, Blue Harvest. Thank you very much.
There you go.
Yep. Yeah, it's what was Luke Reynolds was Luke was saying something on VTR about shorts.
Yes, YouTube's trying to get the shorts market because TikTok own the shorts market, and YouTube's trying to be TikTok, and it's stupid because why? Because you let them do their thing, and then you concentrate on what you're doing. Yeah, when you mess with the formulas too much, especially when you're a big corporation like YouTube, don't muck around with it so much that you're going to ruin the livelihoods of people because you've got them all doing 30 seconds of, oh, look at me, look at me, look at me, short attention span. You know, there's nothing intrinsically like long-standing memorable about content like that. You'd rather say, I watched this 10-minute video and it was well presented, put together. It's a great one. Go and watch it. If it's like a short, people just go, oh yeah, I've got it on my phone. That'll do. It's very, and those they get thousands of views too. Those because they're quick and easy to watch. Because kids have very short attention spans. Because I want to sit down and enjoy, like this here. I'll sit down and enjoy a live stream when there's people talking about something of value and interesting. You know that it's compelling. And sometimes you'll have a very heavily edited video and cutting back to this and showing toys of that, having a look at something you've never seen before. And that should make the viewer want to watch your YouTube channel. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Rolando, for that. Yeah. Because he goes to you for his toy news. So
toy news. Mini toy news.
Yeah. You're exactly right. Because I mean, now that I've done 20-minute video, right? And it takes me so long to edit. And I haven't got a big editing suite or anything. I'm just editing on my phone. Right.
Oh,
and an app. So I've got
are you on your phone right now?
No, I'm on a
I was gonna say I thought you were on the phone.
I'm not on my phone. I'm on one of these. I'm on my Microsoft because I've got two of them. See, so
very nice with the ring light too. Very professional.
Yeah.
There you go. I saw my reflection on your screen.
The ring light that doesn't cooperate half the time.
You saw my new setup, didn't you? Where I got a new computer and all that. And I literally broke my other computer just from video editing and rendering video. It's just I've burned it out. I've like it's had its day. It can't barely do anything. I couldn't even you close down a tab and it take like a minute before the tab would close.
Right.
And there was times where I open up YouTube and you see the box and the video's trying to load, and then you can hear the ad running in the video. There's nothing on the screen and nothing else around the outside of the screen. It was blank. It was like, oh, device drivers are all mucked up now.
Yeah, it's a nice setup though. Your new setup.
Well, hopefully I can put out some nice content. I want to fix up my videos so they're just a little bit fresher and newer, and you use a few more elements and things that I haven't done before, and have a proper sign out. Because at the moment, it feels like a rambled mess at the end of my video where I'm saying, Amazon affiliates, bloody merch links, subscribe, tap the bell, do all the things, join the membership. I feel like I want to put it cohesively so it sounds nice, and people go, oh, that's his outro. That's how it goes. At the moment, I'm just throwing words out there. It's a word salad.
I mean, that's what I enjoy with my channel, is to actually do trailers for talking, having live streams.
You made a trailer for this video, this live stream. Yeah.
I love doing that because I'm the guy who goes, crikey, slap. So, just I like to create, but when editing is that long of a day or a night, I'm there for ages putting it all together. And when I do see the shorts, and no offense to Michael Scott, because he's done some shorts. God bless you, Michael. I'm there still creating, right? Probably basically hours, right? And I'm a professional filmmaker. I've got a diploma twice over in filmmaking. So, and I haven't done jack shit with my filmmaking career, but
Well, YouTube will teach you how to edit.
yeah. But it's sometimes fun when it's a final product. So you must feel that as well. When you've got a final product, it's it's there for everybody to see, and watch. So
I think if I try and tighten up my videos really, how do I say it? Like when I edit, I try not to put any long periods of nothingness. It's like I cut that out and a lot of jump cuts. So it's punchy, move on to the next one, and lots of visual cues and noises. I do the in the corner. Yeah, you try and make it dynamic enough. So it's interesting. That's how I try and make it.
It's a point. Your intro.
My intro.
You did have an intro, didn't you? And that kind of vanished, didn't it?
I had two
intro.
I had two intros at one time, and now I'm using I had that little jazzy pop one, and now it's back there, but I've cut it right down because you can't have copyrighted music more than a few seconds. So it's only 3 seconds of music I use, so it doesn't get copyrighted.
Yeah, I did the same thing, and I got a copyright claim on mine. So I know how it goes. Yeah, so I had to change it.
When you monetize, that becomes a very expensive mistake.
Yeah.
You're like, oh great, I've got 3,000 people to watch. Oh, I don't get any money for this because it's all copyrighted.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'll create my own then.
I'll go back to using the spinning monkeys again. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll do this.
You do that?
Star Wars thing. I mean, I used to have an old channel with another friend of mine. I tell this story so many times to people. I told it to Daniel as well. But I named it like a radio station, right? We did our own. We did our own a cappella intro as well. It was really funny. It was a really dumb, stupid thing. But nobody could find us. No one could find us. We only got 22 good subscribers. That's okay. But nobody could find us because it was like it was in a bunch of vehicle motor car enthusiast YouTubers.
So it ended up in there.
It ended up in there because it was a number. You see, it was a letter and a number. Right, so it must have got the algorithm must have said, "Oh, we'll just plonk this in here." I didn't know about it.
Sounds like a model of a car.
Yeah, it does. It probably was. Yeah. So we went in there. So it didn't do too well, but at that point in time, I was pretty stressed out because I was thinking too much of the subscriber and view rate at that point. So I think I was just trying too hard at that point. So and now with this show, I'm getting better with you saying kind words and Shelby saying that. Don't worry about the subscribers, just have fun with the channel. So that's really
if you see viewers are watching your stuff, you have an audience. No matter how big your audience is, you have viewers, and then from there you just create more by being consistent and letting your audience know that this is what I do and this is who I am. Be genuine in all ways, and people will love it. People just come back to you all the time. Hey, it's Pete's show. It's a P.G.M show. Yeah. Because you always think, everyone thinks they're going to get on the internet and a billion people are going to watch straight away. It's like, oh, look at me.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen like that. No, it's gradual. It's great.
Yeah, that was my first thought, Mike. That was my first thought. I will do a YouTube channel, and this is really naff, people. If you're in the chat listening to this, it's going to sound really dumb and stupid. But that was my first thought. I'm going to be a 1 million subscriber YouTube channel. Right? That's stupid and naive.
Because there's so many nowadays. There's so many. I mean, if I did what I'm doing now in 2005, I'd be one of the biggest YouTubers out there. But no, now there's just so many out there. It's like people gravitate to their niche. I like motorbikes, so they go over there. I like gardening, I'll go over there. I like toys, they come here.
Yeah, it's thank you, Blue Harvest.
Have you ever seen Mark's channel?
Yes, I have. Yeah, I've subscribed.
The man from Morley. He's my mate. He's got 2 channels. You can check out his other one, Blue Harvest History.
Oh, I haven't. No, I haven't yet. No.
Morley and Beyond. I tried to help him name his channel. You there?
Yeah, I'm there. Hello.
You froze for a bit.
Yeah,
there I am. StreamYard's playing games.
Yeah. That was strange. Please head and mind. Don't go panic mode, Pete.
That's all right. It's just a glitch in the system. It's all good.
That's how I laugh, by the way, people. Like a donkey. Okay, and enough of me. But yeah, Blue Harvest is great, fantastic. Because you said there's so many, I pop in and out, but I'm always subscribing to their channels because I think they're, it's
We're
good
all
to have
one big community. I subscribe to over 1,000 channels. Did you know that?
No.
I got nearly 1,100 subscribers. Those channels in my. So I've got my raw feed. It like check out subscriptions tab, and it's just like blows up. It's just like, oh dear, where do I start? From the top. If I'm watching something there. There's always ones of corporations. I try and not follow any corporations ones now, because if you follow I don't want to be mean or anything, but like I used to do Nerdist. Have you ever heard that channel?
What's that?
They do there's a channel called Nerdist, and they just do pop culture. Oh my God, they just smash it with about 25 videos a day. WWE is another one. They'll just smash it with 25 videos a day, and you're like, I want to watch something else. I don't want to see all these wrestling little clips.
Right.
Yeah, so I unfollow all the big corporations. So I'd rather follow just the community, who I know normal people just put up a couple of videos a week. I don't need 25 videos a day from someone.
Yes, I mean, it's gotten, how we had a bit of the discussion on YouTube and how it's got so big with all these channels, even the niches that you watch, even yours as well, gotten so big and so vast. It's like getting lost in a pit, right? It's so
go down this hole, and you're like, where am I? I'm looking at this and looking at that.
It's so big, isn't it? I mean, we've come from YouTube's come from one video that started it all, and then cat and dog videos, and now it's huge.
It was the creator,
the created channels. It's like taken over the whole entire, So
the first YouTube channel, first YouTube video was the owner of YouTube, or one of the creators of YouTube, at San Diego Zoo, looking at elephants. And it's got a really long trunk.
Yeah.
His first video, I was like, what?
Well, this is my animal, or this is my animal, something like that. So and then from there, it was basically cats and dogs videos.
Bloody animals took over.
Yeah. And from there, it is like an evolution. I think people got onto it, right, because they wanted to show their action figures off. And I think there was a kids show that actually cornered the market of now the big vastness of toy collectors. And right, it was a kid and a father.
Oh, Ryan's toys, Ryan's World,
Ryan's World. So.
And that makes more money than all of us. He made $25 million last year on YouTube.
So it's a big monster, isn't it? Yeah. It really is a big monster now. Is there a question in there, Pete? Probably not. I'm third person. It's but don't you think it's daunting being there, or you just don't?
I don't even think about it. So I stick to my toy channels. I have a few other channels I subscribe to get away from toys, which is mostly, maybe trading cards or history or something like that. But I always come back to the toy community every time. And I'll probably watch maybe 10 videos of creators every day. Like, I try and squeeze them in. As long as some of them are a bit hard to watch when I've got to go back and watch a live stream. It's 2.5 hours long. That can be a bit much sometimes, but I do it. Yeah.
I mean, I watch some of the movie review channels, like John Campier's movie review channel, because he does that kind of news. Because he's big, he's huge too as well. So, but yeah, I do actually like coming back down to watching Shabby and USR because they're so happy. It makes me happy, right? So if that's really trite, guys, I'm sorry.
No, because it's always good to have a laugh. We like to have a laugh about certain things in the community, especially if Hasbro is a corporation. You can laugh at a corporation all day long. You're not insulting anyone in particular. You're just insulting a corporation. It doesn't matter. I'd laugh at McDonald's if I wanted to. I mean, like.
Oh, yeah. I do. I go past every day, and I do.
Yeah. When I heard about those adult Happy Meals for adults, I was like, "What the? That's ridiculous." Just buy the bloody kids ones if you're desperate for them. Yeah. Don't organize a menu just for the adults. That's weird.
Some stupid corporate person probably thought, yeah, let's go adult.
Great idea. Yeah.
So, yeah, the toy industry can be so difficult, can't it? But it can be so joyful as well, right? So,
there's a question in the chat there from One More Round. My buddy, I see him always in my comment section.
Where was he?
One more round.
One more round.
Yep. It says, "Hello, Mike. I just wanted to see how things are with all the natural disasters. Is life back to normal now? How's it affected your outlook on collecting?" That was his question.
All right.
The natural disasters are hopefully all behind us. And I tell you, people in this town have flood anxiety. Have you ever heard of that? Flood anxiety? Town floods, people get, oh, no. And then it went back down. And then literally a month after it happened, another flood happened, a small one, an ankle deep one.
Right.
And then like 2 weeks ago, it rained for one day. And people were like, oh, it's coming down pretty hard. It's going to flood again. And I'm like, oh, my God, it's not even allowed to rain anymore without people getting all riled up. I feel so bad. It's like, calm down, everybody.
Find your post-traumatic disorder.
Disorder. And it's like it affects the whole community in a way. I see them in the shops and they're panic buying, bloody, we're going to get 3 liters of milk, 5 liters of milk, get some more bread. It's just calm down.
Yeah, it was like that with the earthquake here.
Oh yeah, in Christchurch, was it?
Yeah, Christchurch, and we felt it up here as well. So everybody was panicking and buying lots of toilet paper. Right. So
I don't know when they can get back out again.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm cruising, going, don't panic, guys.
That's what I do. I keep centered. Yeah, just take it one step at a time.
Yeah. So hello. Oops, where am I? There we go. Hey, 5.
Hey.
G'day, mate.
Ed's got the proper Aussie accent. He's got the proper, what we call the broad accent, the real Aussie accent. G'day, fellas. Yeah, I've got the what would you call my accent? A little bit posh.
Yeah, a little bit posh. A little bit more stoic, and your lilt, you can say.
I hear my voice back when I edit on the headphones, and I sound so nasal. I want to have like a hello there. Star Wars Theory, if I heard his voice when he's doing one of these quiet little reviews where you don't see his face, and it's like he talks in the microphone like this. It's a very deep. I want to sound like that. I don't want to sound like hello.
I sound like Kermit the Frog, Mike. I really do. Right.
Hang on, Kermit the Frog, Sesame Street News.
When I hear my voice, I'm going, you sound really shit. Right. I mean, and we got voted 2 years ago, to be the sexiest language in the world, New Zealand, right?
Well, your accents.
Yeah, New Zealand accent got number 1. Right?
Oh, what? No. They're bloody Scandinavians. You ever heard them girls talk?
Oh, yeah.
They say something bland and it sounds hot. It's like, I'm looking for a bus ticket. It's like, oh, I'm quite hungry right now.
Oops.
What is it? The Scandinavian, that's got to be the sexiest accent. Oh, it's Salacious Rum's here. How about that?
Where are you? Salacious? Just scrolling down. It keeps on scrolling. Oh, G-Force, how are you?
G-Force here too. Hey.
Hey, Salacious, welcome.
G'day to my cousins down under. Salacious is here, and I'm not wearing any pants, and I'm just scratching my bum and sniffing my finger. As you do.
Salacious. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
See, reading that would give me dyslexia.
Oh, because all like capital, small, capital, small, capital, small.
Yeah. So, you must be happy. Salacious. Jabba Hutt might come out in the TVC. You know who this is. So,
there's
an
80% chance. 80% chance it's a yes. But like I said, nothing until anything's revealed. Yeah, take it with a grain of salt.
A
rumor's a rumor.
Tim was saying, and Only One Kenobi was talking about that on their top 5, I think, today of TVC. They were talking about that.
Jabba.
Possibility that Jabba the Hutt will be along. That's right. You said that too, actually.
I did too, yeah. Because it's like when I get information for what I get, I can't exactly show what was written on the screen too many times because I don't want someone to go, I know who sent that. You know, I wanted to, if it's anonymous, someone sends it to me as anonymous, and I used to put it on the screen, and then people say, oh, it's all lies, all bullshit. So a person's anonymous, no matter if they want it, and I just say, this is what I've heard. Take it with a grain of salt, you know.
Right. Yeah,
that's how it is. Some of it works out. It's fine. Some of it's like it was rumored a year ago, and I get it. And other times it turns out to be total crap. So yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem with
rumors and gossip and speculation.
You either got to put a disclaimer in there or a warning. It's just like half the news is, in one case, is that it's all guesswork, really.
Pretty much.
For what you're doing is it's guesswork, and some of guesswork is probably a percentage that comes relatively true, and some of it goes the other way, and you can't, and that's the speculative way to think of it. Take it with a grain of salt. I mean, I don't think it gets through some people's heads that not everything is going to be true.
Oh, some of it I can kind of work out, where it's like if I see 4 rumored Andor figures, like I did earlier this year, I just go on IMDb and you see 4 characters on the IMDb list who are in more than one episode of the show, and roughly that gives you an idea of which characters they're going to make. So that bit of legwork I do myself. I'll do the same for Ahsoka probably as well when that show comes out.
Ahsoka's going to be a big one because Dave Filoni's is at that, so I think he'll probably want, some of the merchandise to go out. So,
you reckon you'll put a lot of OT characters in there?
Yeah,
or Clone Wars characters?
Probably both. As I'm speculating, there we go. I'm speculating. Probably both, because he comes from.
He likes to drag in all those speculative, like he brings in all the old school stuff.
Yeah. Because he's got a close relationship with Lucas. That's why. George, we've been working there for. He said he's been working there for 20 years now, because he had an interview with Jon Favreau about it. So I wouldn't put it past him to actually maybe put Lando in there. Billy D. Williams.
Is that another question in the chat? Do you think, and there you go, one more round. Do you think that if they do release a new Jabba in VC, that it'll be around the same time as the Hasbro Pulse Throne Room? Yes, because they have to put him inside it. You've just bought your playset, and here's Jabba the Hutt. I reckon that'll do that.
So I missed that one. I'm really crap on this thing.
You just scroll him up. Scroll him up on the side.
Is that one there?
There you go. That's the one.
Yeah.
One more round.
One more round.
The Jabba.
Great.
One more
name
round.
So
one more round.
One more round of drink, mate. One more round of drink.
Before you hit the frog and toad.
But you answered that question, right? Because I missed that. So.
Yeah. I reckon it's a good coincide. They'll be like, have you got your Hasbro Pulse throne room? Or they'll drop the Jabba just before the throne room. Oh, can you still pre-order it? You can in my country anyway. 3 big games. I think you can.
Okay. Well, we probably get it here last.
2024 for you.
I think there's. What is that? Oops. What are you going on about the
September? The Jabba's playset comes out in September 2023. So I reckon the next year the Jabba if they show it off in like July or something, which is around San Diego Comic-Con time, they'll be like, perfect. They'll go straight into the playset.
Yeah. Well, what do you think about the HasLabs that's been coming?
That last one, I kept half an eye on that bloody car, the engine of doom or whatever they've called it. And I was
what
like,
about the Star Wars HasLabs?
I would like to see them focus on TVC. Doing Black Series ones, no, because it's just not going to work. You get giant bloody vehicles that are just way too big for anything, and the lightsaber was just ridiculous. Why would you need that? I was going to show you. Where's it here? I was going to show you. I have a Dodge Charger, the same size as the HasLab, which is a remote control car, which I think was $50. $50, and they were asking in my country, what was it, $800 for that? Ghost Rider Wheels of Fire or whatever it was. I'm like, what?
Well, they were asking $1,099 in my country.
That's right, yeah.
Oh yeah. I thought that was outrageous. I mean, who's going to?
It is outrageous for a toy car.
For a toy car, right? And a few figures. So.
No, it's a hard no. No matter how pretty it looks, the price is just that's brutal. That is absolutely brutal. A $1 billion corporation should be able to cover some of that in their costing.
Yeah.
Easily.
I mean, even with the Rancor, that would have cost shitloads here. Absolutely crap loads. Right. If that got funded. Right. And that was a big beast. That Rancor. That was a huge.
Someone worked out it was going to be millions of dollars they made if they got it funded. Someone worked out it would be millions. The only one that's going to be worth a lot of money is that prototype that they made, the grey one. If anyone's got their hands on that, I reckon that Eric who works he does all the live streams. Right. I reckon that Rancor's at his house. Next time he's on a live stream, hold it up, mate. I reckon it's at his house. But Linda, $8.99. Wow. Yeah, $8.99 for that. The wheels.
Yeah, they need to do something. They need to do something for TVC. I think didn't Emily do something for TVC? The throne room.
That throne room was supposed to be a HasLab, and EB Games in Australia had it on marketing. This is a crowd-funded thing. It has to make backers and that. But then they just released it normally as like go ahead and pre-order it through Hasbro Pulse and EB Games, whatever. So that marketing we found in this country was like it was supposed to be a HasLab, but never was.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just become a regular release.
What do you think they'll do?
If they do another one, I want the Cantina. I want the Mos Eisley Cantina. That would be perfect. But I'm sure others will want Sandcrawlers and what's another one? I think the Republic Gunship people want that. But clones. I'm going to have to set the clones out of the packet.
I mean, I wouldn't mind them doing maybe another ship. Right.
Which one? Not the gunship, not the Republic gunship. You're talking like
Well,
an X-wing or something. But they're
well,
a good X-wing.
only one Kenobi and Boss Bounty was saying something that they should do the shuttle. The
Imperial shuttle, yes.
shuttle.
Good idea.
So, and I thought that was a good idea.
They haven't made that for years, so yeah.
So, but I'm just regurgitating what they said. So, I did actually suggest one time that they should do a huge place set, Darth Vader's home. So,
the Mustafar Castle. Ooh. But there's not a lot in that though. On the outside, it looks good, but when we're on the inside, it's like you got no furniture. Where's the TV? Where's the lounge? There's nothing.
But it'd be so cool to stick a small TV in there for him, Yeah.
My daughters will start sticking those Sylvania Families kids, little tiny the rabbits in there. Yeah.
Sticking My Pony in there or something like that for a guy.
That's the trouble with the castle. The castle just there's not enough on the inside that makes it. There's not enough playability there. On the outside, it's just this menacing looking thing. On the inside, it's pretty bland.
Or you could put smoke in there and and fog it, not fog it up, but do it really evil and put Masters of the Universe in there. Make it a holiday home for somebody. Put slave labor. I can't even say that, can I? Slave layer anymore.
Slave layer.
Yeah. So, captured layer doesn't really bring that much, does it? So.
Oh, you know what they call a hut slayer now.
Yeah, I know. I think here's a question. Yeah, so.
With the move to plastic-free packaging in the Black Series, do you think they will revisit the idea for the vintage collection in a few years? I hope they go back. Yeah, if Black Series sales slump hard in the next couple of years, or even 12 months, they'll see a report and go, no one's buying these cardboard boxes. They will swiftly change the tune straight back to plastic packaging, and it'll be like Coke, from new Coke back to regular Coke. It'll be like everyone's buying them again. Yeah. It'll be a nice. What would you say? Is it like a resurgence? Everyone will come back to it again.
Are you talking about the plastic on the
Black Series? Yeah, on the Black Series. Yeah.
I did actually hear that, and this is going to be bad news. I think there was rumblings or a question had been asked by Patrick at the London Comic Con about the Black Series.
They're sticking with it for a while. Yeah,
sticking with it for good. They won't have any plastic.
Well, they only did that because their US government gave them money to do that, to be green, right? Once the regime that's in power now, who gave them that money, is ousted, and there's a new regime, they can do whatever they like again. They don't have to stick to that plan. Yeah.
Do you think that they're on the way out?
Oh, I hope so. Oh, definitely, yeah. The regime that's in charge now, the world's turned upside down ever since they've been in charge. Nothing's cheap. Nothing's good. Traveling sucks. Yeah, a lot of things are not good in the world. As much as they want to pretend like it is, it's definitely not. And
there was talk about their panel. It wasn't 1027, but the other one, the one before that their panels they didn't do a very good panel.
Oh, yeah, they always have hit and misses. The last one they did was good. I thought the last one they did was the one with the panel they did was it was about 15 minutes long. It was about 2:00 in the morning for me, and I watched it the next day, and it just seamlessly just went over. There's this, and it just seemed like it was very good. That was well presented. Patrick wasn't there because he was over in London doing his thing. I thought that panel was very smooth.
No. I mean the one before that when he was there. Was it? Somebody will tell me in the chat. It was the Star Wars channel, panel, and that was they were the last ones. They were going through their lines, like they were going through the transformer lines.
The Hasbro
That's the
PulseCon,
one.
yeah.
The PulseCon, and they were the last panel. And I think I heard a little bit. Some people were disgusted because it felt really odd.
It is. I watched that at like 6 a.m. with my phone on my chest like this.
Mate, keep on. So, see you guys. Thank you for.
No, Peter. No, Mike. Thanks for the sweet stream, guys. You're welcome.
Keep on pressing things. Yeah. Well, okay, that's interesting. If you think these guys had their day with this product, do you think the people have had it with these guys?
In my comment section, when it comes to Black Series and the cardboard boxes, yes, people are starting to get fed up with the Black Series being in a cardboard box, because most of the people who watch me, especially, there's people that collect out of box, but there's a lot of in-box collectors watch me because that's how I collect and that's how they collect.
Yeah.
And they're filthy that these boxes don't have a window in them. So they'll just walk away from the hobby and probably start collecting other things. They might go to Motor Origins. They might, go and collect something completely different, Super 7, who knows? And then when the boxes change back to the packaging, then the resurgence will come back to Star Wars again. Yeah, the only thing that will keep people buying them is the figures have to be really, really good and the quality has to be good. Like they have to open, if they've got buying a cardboard box, you open up and the figure looks absolutely perfect and all the stuff's there. You don't want bodgy paint jobs. You don't want missing parts. You don't want missing accessories. That'll keep people buying them if that's perfect.
That's absolutely true. They have to actually quality over quantity, really, and get their box art correct. Stop stuffing up the box art. Yeah, I mean, I do understand that, because even for a newish collector, getting what you want and not seeing what you are buying is going to be very difficult. So that I'm saying, sorry to say this, but that argument's going to continually be talked about for years if they continue. I'm not a keen fan. I'm sorry to say again, Patrick, probably a nice guy, but I don't know him, so I can't say that. So he probably is a nice guy. So retract.
I'm guessing that he's only following orders. Yeah, he's only in charge of Star Wars, and the head guy, which his name's Chris Cox, the guy who runs Hasbro, he's making those big decisions.
Right. Yeah. Forget what I just said about Patrick. He's probably a bloody wonderful guy. So I'll probably get lynched in the bloody comments. So yeah. They're all wonderful people. There we go. It's the big corporates that we don't like, right? Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's right. Oh my goodness. So still people in the chat. It's great.
So for everyone, it's nearly 1 a.m. for Pete as well.
Yeah, it is. And and you, Mike, you probably can hear my voice. So I'm getting a little bit tired.
I can see the bloodshot eyes in you.
Yeah. I haven't been smoking anything, people. I just haven't anything.
He just staying up past his bedtime.
Yeah. For a little guy like me, it's past my bedtime. Yes, it is.
You keep saying little guy. How tall are you?
4. I measure myself in 8. It's really small.
4 foot.
Not short. I'll say short. So
4 foot.
5. I'll say 5.
5 foot. There you go.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I'm a short guy.
We'll get a photo one day. I'm 6 foot. 6 foot. Right. Nearly that far off 6'1".
So, I didn't grow much when I was a kid. So,
all right. Excellent.
I was a smoker when I was a kid too. That probably stunted my growth.
Stunted your growth. There you
go. Yeah. I'm an alcoholic and I smoked. Yeah. So yeah.
But you're all good now.
Oh
Clean.
yeah. Oh yeah. I'm clean. Yeah.
Yeah.
I went cold turkey for another 10 to 15 years. I didn't go to AA. I did it. I had a reason to stop, a good reason to stop, and that that journey for 10 to 15 more years for being sober. That was the hardest 10 to 15 years of my life because I was sobering up. So hallucinating, cold sweats, hot sweats, bad moods, mood swings, you name it, I had it. Right. So
you seem to be doing all right now, though.
oh yeah, I've been clean for years now, so I've gotten out of that phase of my life. So
now you got that plastic crack addiction.
Yeah,
find all the plastic.
Yeah. That's my drug of the day, and a wallet that is null and void. There's no money in it. Yeah. But I spent years on cleaning as well. My trade as a cleaner.
Oh,
I
yes.
gave that up recently because I just couldn't handle it anymore. So
fair enough.
So I'm looking for a new career. So and this YouTube channel, and this is helping.
Yeah.
Immensely.
Keeps your mind occupied, and you're not sitting around thinking about what am I going to do. With YouTube as a creative outlet, you can get on here and do whatever you want.
Exactly. Yeah.
Find your hidden talents.
Yeah, except for porn, I probably can't do
that. And so the P.G.M Show, the PORN show.
Yeah. I'm just going to check the chat here, guys. I'm just going to check the chat. Just because somebody will say something, and it is probably going to hear. There we go. Here we go.
See, congratulations on your sobriety. Very well done on being clean and sober, mate. Yeah.
Oops. Oh, let's do that.
More power to you.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thanks, Ed. Thank you very much. Yeah. I don't actually know how long I've been sober for. Actually, should start counting. But I think I stopped in 2006. It's roughly what I know. So, because to tell you guys, I don't want to get all maudlin or soppy here, but I lost 3 family members in very close succession in my life. So I lost my father from emphysema, I lost my brother from a brain hemorrhage, and I lost my mother for Parkinson's disease. So I was drinking throughout those my family's deaths. Don't have a very close-knit family. So one piece of advice I would give all of you who have families: hug them, love them, because they will mean a lot to you. That's what I'm saying. And then my reason was when my mother died, because I was drunk, going down the street and smoking. My reason was that bugger this. I'm giving up. I'm going cold turkey, and I'm gonna. I said I was going to live through my mum, kind of thing. That was a language in my head at the time, but it worked. It gave me a real good reason to kick myself up the arse and say, "No, enough is enough." So I spent another 10 to 15 years sobering up, and again, it was the hardest time of my life. So yeah, so that's the story. It's backstory. It's my backstory. So yeah.
You're one tough little Kiwi, you are.
Yeah,
that's a very inspiring story.
Yeah. I hope it is actually too. So yeah, that's me. I love to make people laugh as well. So I was a class clown.
Weren't we all? I still am.
That's all right. That was all right. Tim, it was a long time ago. So the grieving's past, and so and I'm just grateful that I have friends now around the world, and you in the chat. So that's this is kind of a new start for me, ladies and germs out there, is to getting to know new friends around the world.
Yeah,
the community. So
there's plenty of us.
You're fun-loving, you're funny, you're gracious, and you know your shit too, to be quite honest. So it's a good learning process. So
when you immerse yourself in it so much, it comes over time. In 3 years' time, you'll be sitting here rattling off, names of characters, and when it comes to action figures, you'll know VC numbers back to front. You'll know which part of the mural that you need to complete sets with. Yeah, it'll come. Yeah.
Yeah, I only really painful thing I have, which I'm gonna really not do, is get frustrated when the figures don't stand up. You don't have that problem, but figures don't stand
just a bit of blue tack under the feet, and there's some stands out there as well you can buy.
Yeah, I mean, it's like stand up, you stupid plastic thing. But so it's what. What's it? My mum's still around. Yeah, well, like I said, take care of them if you're a close family, and if you're not, try and talk to them. That's my advice. Get to know them. So, and it's harder than it's easy to say but hard to do, I suppose. But I can't really say anything to that. But it's my advice. I'm not an advice columnist, guys. So,
I was looking through the chat myself there. Yeah, so it's funny because I'm actually an Ask Clown. Oh, Ed, funny fella. Where'd you find that clown emoji?
It's a very sadistic clown there, Ed. But it's my life has been quite good. I like extra acting, I suppose.
And now you're a YouTuber.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. It gives me a
sense of purpose.
Yeah. So plus, because I'm not working, I'm collecting unemployment at the moment. But that's another
you're on
story.
The internet. You're on the internet, and you got a creative outlet. And you don't have to sit around moping around the house. You can chuck something up on the internet, show off your collection, tell us about all the cool things that you're doing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually quite, because I have a relaxing tone when I come to actually do my action figure reviews and unboxing. So I'm just
everyone's got their own style. Don't worry about that.
It's funny to hear that Chevy has to find some way of actually he's going to open his figures and do a review. But so because he's probably like some of us, he doesn't know how to actually review an action figure properly. So finding a way around it to actually suit you.
Yeah, and make it entertaining for the people watching. Yeah.
Yeah.
And always finding a way to make it entertaining for someone watching. Yeah.
So I flail my arms around sometimes when I'm on piece the camera. So check out my recent Andor review. That was funny. Trying to do a 9 with my fingers. That was hilariously funny. Check it out, everybody. I think you're going to kick out of it. But it's because you don't do many action figure reviews, do you? You just do.
I do the rare unboxing. I'll do an unboxing video, and I think the last one I did was the Cantina which is the Navarro Cantina. Yeah, that was the last one. I just have a little joke around with it. I'm holding the camera and trying to pose my figures and all that, and just putting in the Cheers music was a bit funny, and talking about, when something's destroyed and I flipped it over and now it's gentrified. I just come up with that while I'm doing it, just so it's funny. And it's a figure falls over, I mold him a certain way and try and stick him with blue tack. Anything that looks funny or entertaining for someone. Yeah, just make light of it, make complete light of it, because someone else will see that and enjoy it.
I mean, I love your reactions when you get something from the community. I mean,
I was shocked. I'm so shocked at some of those things.
Excitement and fun is brilliantly good, because it.
How would I know that the box that says Sideshow Collectibles Darth Maul, and I'm like, no. Open it, and I thought it wasn't, because I opened up and I saw all the peanuts, the pack of peanuts. It can't be. And then I saw his foot. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. There's a $300 toy in this box. Oh my God.
I mean, the look on your face was just pure adulation and joy. It's fantastic to see. So
I cannot believe it. I just cannot believe it. Just
it'll go well in your collection, I'll tell you. No.
Oh, he's on display. He'd be behind me in my next video.
Yeah. What is your next video? Can you share it with us? Or is it...
I don't know until it happens. Does that make any sense? Usually I'll just, if I go over to Instagram and I'll see a new reveal from Hasbro, the picture goes up, or someone's found it, that's where it starts. And I'll just build the puzzle from there. I'll be like, okay, that's been revealed. This has been spotted. This is someone's found this in store. These are available in this country. So I'll make a good video, and just one. Here's a figure. Oh, sorry. Here's a figure, and that's it. I make sure there's plenty to go to make a video. Yeah, make it meaty.
Yeah. I mean, so, again, I'm really going to wait. I'm really waiting on news on Indiana Jones. Really good one.
I'll keep an eye out.
I'm on the ground floor with that one myself.
I'm definitely guessing that there's more. There's got to be more retro collection figures, not just the one indie. Yeah. There's got to be more, and I don't know what they are, but I assume what we've seen in the past with Sala and Belloc and Marion. There's got to be those characters in the retro collection. They can't just have one there. So they've got to be coming. So as soon as I got a picture of them, they'll be making it into a video.
Yeah, that'd be brilliant. See you, Blue Harvest. I just actually saw that. So, everybody's saying goodbye and thanks, Blue Harvest.
We've been going for 2 hours now, Pete.
Yeah, I know.
It's 1 a.m. for you.
I know.
The sun will be coming up soon.
It's all right. I don't have to do anything tomorrow. I'm going to shout out to some of these guys still in the chat that if you want me to actually do an unboxing live this weekend, shout out yes, because I'm wanting to do that instead of just doing a video. So so people
live unboxings.
So people can come on board and say g'day while I'm unboxing and talking and stuff like that. So just a nice lazy.
Say, have you got any questions about the figure while I've got it in my hand, sort of thing? And
yeah.
Does it have ball jointed hips? Does it do the splits? Can it? Yeah. How's the arm rotations go? All that sort of thing.
Can you do the accent on Boosh? And I'm probably saying no. Go to Obi-Wan Kenobi for that.
Man of 1,000 voices.
I know. He's so good. Oh my God, he's so good. He did a Kiwi accent once because he did a Kiwi accent. It was brilliant. Oh my goodness.
He tries to do my voice. I reckon he misses me by miles. He tries to do my Aussie accent. He's like,
it's but he gets it bang on sometimes. He really does, especially especially when he's doing Tim, right? So
I can't do Tim's accent.
Yeah, I can't do British accents that well. So I've tried. I really have tried. How's your father? You right? You know what I mean? So see, it's terrible. Thanks. Yeah, thanks. Hope that's for me because yes, it is. Sorry. Smash that like. Yes, smash that like, please. Um, thanks, Ed. So yeah.
Are we going now, Pete? Saying
Huh?
good night? Are we going
Saying
now?
good night. Yep.
We're saying good night. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
See Ed, Tim, one more
yeah.
round. Blue Harvest, Ed 5, Rolando. Who else did I miss? I think Treasures for Trigger. And Keep on Collecting with there.
And I will just do my
White Shadow.
outro. Just do my outro. Yes, thank you very much, everybody. As Mike rolls off, people are thanking them as well. And that's great. It's fantastic. Everybody, no, again, I'm going to repeat this again like a parrot. Everybody has
Linda.
subscribed. And Linda, hi, bye-bye. Subscribe to UsualMike Television.
Thank you, Pete.
It's been a great interview and a good conversation with Mike here on the P.G.M Show. It really has. It's good to get to know another person who really I didn't know and getting to know him a lot more. So, and thank you for his time. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Anyway, please go and subscribe if you haven't. If you have, it's a brilliant channel. It's a good channel to watch if you want to catch up on the news. And please subscribe to the P.G.M Show. Yes, the P.G.M Show. Coming to you live tonight with UsualMike. Cue the music. We haven't got any music, guys. I'm not going to sing either. Yeah, so Mike, thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you for having me, Pete.
Yeah, so and see you in the green room. So we'll talk a bit before. So yeah. So goodbye, everybody.
Right.
Goodbye. So and I'll just do this, and I'll just goodbye, and